Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am Keyera. So in today's video, as you can tell by the title, this is going to be another pick a card reading for what you need to hear right now from the universe, some advice from the universe, some messages, some guidance that you've been looking for. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you are finding this video, there's definitely some messages here for you. In a moment, I am going to place symbols on top of the card so that you can pick whichever symbol you are drawn to. If you are having trouble picking a symbol that you are drawn to, or if you haven't been seeing any synchronicities, you can also head to the timestamp to check and see if your angel numbers is on the timestamp of either of these groups. That will also help you when it comes to picking the group that is best for you. By the way, I hope y'all are doing well at the time of watching this video. I am sending you so much love and energy and great vibes. So I am now going to give you some privacy so that you can pick whichever group is best for you. Feel free to pause the video if you need. Ground yourself, center yourself so that you can get the messages that are meant for you. Once you figure out which group is best for you, I will see you at your group reading. Hello, Power. Welcome to your reading on messages from the universe, some advice you need to hear from the universe. So for the tarot deck today, we are going to be using the Vanessa Samina, the Pastel Journey. This is like literally my favorite tarot deck right now. I tend to read through this more than any other tarot deck. Literally love this deck. But we're going to be using this for some guidance on what you need to hear today from the universe, some messages, anything that you have been missing, or if you haven't been seeing like your normal synchronicities, or if you've been a little off, just some messages for you from the universe. So the way that this reading is going to work is that I'm going to pull 3 cards for you. The first card is going to be what you need to know. The second card is going to be a new perspective, and the third card is the action that you need to take. And these are all messages from the universe regarding any situation that you have in mind at the time of this reading or things that you've been dealing with. Again, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you are finding this video, there's definitely going to be some messages in here for you. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this reading. I decided to do a live shuffle for the tarot because I feel like a lot of people like to see the cards shuffled because, you know, a lot of people don't really trust in their reader and things like that. I just feel if you don't trust in the reader, this is off subject. If you don't trust in a reader pre-pulling cards for you, then I feel like you're not aligned with that reader, because if you trust them, or if you were aligned with them, then you would trust them. So sometimes I pre-pull, sometimes I don't, but you know, I've heard a lot of people like, or not heard and seen a lot of comments of people that really don't like pre-pulled cards. They like to see it on live or see it in the flesh because it gives them a little bit more, what word am I looking for? I can't even think of the word I'm looking for, but it gives them more, I keep thinking of hope and courage, but that's not what I'm looking for. But it gives them a little bit more trust in the reader, I feel like, because they see the cards falling out right before their eyes. So, yeah. So, what is some messages from the universe for viewers who chose pile number 1? For the viewers who chose pile number 1, what is some messages? What do viewers who chose pile number 1 need to know at this moment from the universe? What does the viewers who chose pile number 1 need to know at the time of this reading from the universe? What do the viewers who chose this pile need to know? And sometimes I feel like you have to shuffle cards so much till you get that right card that's going to pop out. All right, we're going to go with this one. So we have the King of Swords for your card on what you need to know from the universe. And what I'm getting from that card is just it's about honesty. I feel like you guys need to be a little bit more honest, and a little bit more straightforward. You know, cutthroat is what some people will call it when it comes to situations that you are dealing with. Like, don't sugarcoat it for anyone. Like, as harsh as you are to yourself, I'm not saying be harsh to other people, but as harsh as you are to yourself about situations, you need to be just as blunt with other people, especially if people are messing with your feelings, especially if people are, you know, walking all over you and, you give them an inch to take them out, literally run laps around the earth on you. Like, no, we're not doing that. You need to, stand up, set your boundaries. And I feel like most importantly, be honest with yourself just as well. Not just about being honest with other people. Like, you literally have to be honest with yourself first before you can even consider being honest with other people. But that's what I'm getting for what you need to know. And a new perspective to take is the Ten of Wands. And what I'm getting from that is that you don't need to, carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. Um, and maybe this is coming from a place of you're not being honest with how much you are carrying and the burden that has been on you, especially if you are there for a lot of people and you feel like there's it's not really the same in return for you. I feel that you need to make sure you're being honest when it's too much for you. Like if somebody is giving you a bunch of tasks to complete that are not naturally your own tasks to complete, is theirs, they pushing it off on you and stuff like that. Make sure you are being honest about that. Like you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders because someone else is not picking up the slack that they should. Make sure you are definitely not, like I said before, not being walked all over, because sometimes burdens are not yours to carry, and especially not alone, because a lot of times you get put in situations and it's not necessarily your fault, but sometimes you end up bearing the weight of the world, you know, from those situations, or, bearing the weight of situations that you didn't even cause yourself. And the action that you need to take, I feel like what I'm getting from the Princess of Pentacles is like, it's like time for you to be more like, I wouldn't say selfish, but I'm not, because saying selfish is just like giving me a vibe. Like I don't want to say like it's time for you to be selfish, like because that's kind of like harsh. But sometimes you have to be for yourself. Like sometimes, because I feel like with these cards laying out here, I feel like there's people trying to take advantage of you, and you need to sometimes do things for yourself. Nurture and cherish what you have so that you don't crumble what you have trying to help and fix everyone else's problems, is what I'm getting from your reading. And then I also pulled a card for you from the I'm Kier Oracle deck, and this is the card Be Proud of Yourself. And I feel like this goes so well to wrap up your mini reading here, is just to be proud of everything you accomplished, and to not, like I said, do not let people and the burdens of other people weigh you down, making you feel like you're not accomplishing things, like you have everything that you need to continue forward in your life or in your situation. But like I said before at the beginning of your reading, you need to be honest with yourself and honest with other people so that people are not walking all over you. If people are in your space telling you that you're not going to amount to nothing, that you're not going to be this and you're not going to be that, it's time for you to be honest and cut them out of your life, because at the end of the day, you know your worth, you deserve to be proud of yourself, and you don't need other people weighing you down and telling you what is and what ain't, when in situations that don't have anything to do with them, or whenever things start going good for you, you hear naysayers, like you just block it out, like. But that is what I have for your reading today. I hope you did enjoy it, and I hope it did resonate with you. If it did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, leave some comments down below and let me know how this reading resonated with you. Don't forget to leave that dove emoji down there as well to let me know that you chose group number one, pal number one. And yeah, also I am going to be leaving my PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo down below in the description box. If you want to support me and the channel, I will greatly appreciate it. It's not necessary, but I do appreciate anything that comes my way that helps me bring readings to y'all. That's with purchasing decks or just buying cleansing tools and things like that. It definitely will help me out a lot. So yeah, but yeah, that is what we have for your reading, pal number one. Always remember, you are in control of your reality. Your life is your story and no one else's. You have options to choose which path and which direction you go down. But that is what I have for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in another reading. Thanks so much for watching. Hello, pal number two, or viewers who chose the sun emoji. I hope y'all are doing well. Welcome to your mini reading here on advice from the universe that you need to receive right now. Some messages for you. So I am going to be using the Past Life Journey by Vanessa Samina for the tarot today. So the way this reading is going to work, I'm going to pull 3 cards for your advice from the universe. The first card is going to be what you need to hear right now and what you need to know right now. The second card is going to be a new perspective and a new outlook on your situation, and then the third card is going to be action to take regarding your situation. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. Okay, Temperance. So we do have Temperance that came out for your first card. So what you need to know right now is, I feel like this is all about trusting divine timing, trusting that the universe has your back in in any situation. And especially because this is a message from the universe, just knowing that the universe has your back in any given situation, anything that you are going through. Um, we also have, like in the traditional tarot, the temperance card is all about balance as well. So maybe balancing your spirituality in your, your everyday life, making sure you have a balance and there's some yin and some yang, just making sure you are not, diving headfirst into your spiritual and, for neglecting the real world, the 3D, and also making sure you're not too in the 3D where you're not tapped in with yourself. So that is what you need to know right now from the universe, is just trust divine timing. And if things are out of whack and out of balance for you right now, just also know that it will eventually come back into balance. But that's where that trust in the universe is going to come in for you. So whatever situation you're asking about, whether that is something about your career or, your hobbies, things that you're doing to make money, financially, your emotional well-being, if you're going through something emotionally, things will eventually pan out and, balance itself back out. But you just have to have faith in the universe and know that you are on the right path. If you've been asking yourself, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing for me? Yes, you are. And this is a confirmation for that. And just make sure you have patience, because sometimes when you ask for things from the universe, it may take a while for it to actually, come into fruition for you, and actually, you see it in the physical world. But you just have to have patience. And that is something I am telling myself every freaking day, because you get on the internet, and especially when it comes to manifesting, you get on the internet and you see people manifesting and saying they manifested this, and this, and this, and how they manifested their dream home and this. And it's like, you're like, I'm doing all the work. How is it not working for me? And I feel like this message is for you, that the universe does still have your back and always will have it. And that you need to trust the universe and trust that everything is going to work out for you, because it is meant to work out for you. But there's also things that you probably, that you don't see, that the universe are trying to tackle. So it won't be a hiccup in your road. So if you've been going through a lot, and, especially emotionally, mentally, if you've been going through a lot, the universe is probably trying to work out the unseen and the hidden things that you don't even know could possibly come into your life if you don't get them in check now. So maybe this is like doing your shadow work, or, just making sure you got your ducks in a row. I have no idea what that saying means, but just wanted to say it. But just making sure you have everything, where it should be, and the universe is making sure that everything is going to fall directly in place for you. So the next part is, what perspective does group 2 pal 2 need to take regarding this situation? Okay, the Queen of Wands. So I'm feeling like this is something about your creativity, some projects, just some actions that you've probably been afraid to make, or some actions that you have already made and you're waiting for, that abundance to start flowing in for you. This perspective that you need to take in is that all is well. Everything that you want for yourself is going to come to you. But to continue to put in that work. I'm not saying overwork yourself, run into burnout or anything like that, but continue to put in that work, because it's going to work out for you. And when I think of the Queen of Wands, I think about someone who can just get anything done, no matter the outcome, no matter the situation. They don't pout about it. They just get it done. No matter what, they get it done, because they know, I might not reap the rewards right now, but I will reap them later. And I feel like the suit of wands is all about action, passion, and just fire energy. And when you think about fire energy, and you think about a fire, especially a wildfire, spreads really, really fast. And also, since your pal too is so crazy that I chose the sun. um, just thought about that. But yes, fires spread really, really fast. And when you think about the Queen of Wands, it's like fast action, just making sure you got all the boxes checked, making sure you dot your T. What is it? Uh, Cross your T's and dot your I's. I do know what that saying means. So just making sure you have everything in order. So that the universe can still, provide and give you the blessings that you deserve. But you can't just sit around waiting for those blessings. Like, you still have to, be in the, you know, in the energy of receiving that, and, getting things done. I mean, I wouldn't say receiving, because I feel like the energy of receiving is more of a feminine energy. When I'm thinking about the Queen of Wands, I'm thinking more of like a masculine, feminine energy, if that makes sense. So, like, yes, you're, even if you are a woman, or if you identify as a woman, yes, you know, waiting for things to happen sometimes can be cool, but sometimes you have to get up and get it on your own, because no one is going to hand you things, especially in today's time. Let's just be honest. Like, Nobody is going to really hand you things and just give you stuff. Yes, it's possible, and I'm not saying that it's not possible, but sometimes you just have to be realistic. Like especially if you've seen it's not working for you. Like if you're not seeing like how can I say it? Because I feel like I'm in this like same boat. That's why I'm trying to explain it. It's like you're used to people doing stuff for you because they've done it for so long, but you realize it's not happening anymore. So it's time for you to get into action. Is what I'm trying to say. Jeez, Kira. That message. Okay, so now what action do Pal 2 need to take regarding these situations? Um, Whatever situation Pal 2 is going through, what actions do they need to take? What action does Pal 2 need to take regarding these situations? What action does, oh, we had a car just fly right out. Sorry about the interruption. My daughter is here. So, oh, we have the Queen of Cups. So the action that you need to take, I feel like there's the first message I got was just like eliminate the emotional attachments to things regarding your career or like the situation that you're going through. Whatever the case, if it's career, if it's like emotional in your love life, whatever the case, I feel like you need to, gain more control over your emotions. Don't like act out of emotions. I'm thinking of the Queen of Wands, and I'm also thinking of the Queen of Cups. So like we're thinking about action and emotion, and I feel like that message there is like to not act out of your emotions, not make decisions based on your emotions, because at the end of the day, when you do that, sometimes you'll end up in situations that you didn't even need to be in the first place. This burn looks so freaking awful on my arm. I keep looking at it in my viewfinder, and I'm just like, what the freak? I was hot combing my hair. I am off subject, but I was hot combing my hair and it just looks so harsh. But yeah, what was I saying? See, I'm off track. But like I was saying, just like detach your emotions from the choices that you make so that you can make the correct, decisions that you need to make. And when I'm coming back to the temperance card, I feel like that's all about that balance there. Like maybe balancing your, like I said, your emotions with your actual life and the things that you need to get done. Like you don't need to, you know, let if you've went through something that would like drained you emotionally or something like that, or something that caused you to just be down, and now you're fearful of making the next step, especially like if this is like a love for you, like if you're trying to like step out and date new people again or something like that, you're afraid to take that next step and step into action into that because of what happened last time. But just trust in the universe will not send you anything that you are not prepared for, especially in love, especially in, in life in general. Like if the universe is going to send you something, either whether it's a message, whether it's a person, a lesson, whatever the case, we're not going to send you anything that you are not ready to receive in that time. Like if you are receiving something from the universe, it's because you are in alignment with what they sent to you or for you. So you're not going to receive anything that you're not ready for. Yes, it may hurt and it's sting in a moment, but you're not going to receive anything that you are not ready for from the universe. If you're in alignment with it, you can receive it. Um, so we do have a quote card from the I Am Here Oracle deck, and we have confidence. Okay, so we have confidence, and I believe that this is confidence in, in yourself, in your passions, in your career, taking that next step to get things done. It's also being confident in yourself emotionally so that you can get back out there and like, not be afraid to put yourself out there and, date other people. If you have like relationships that was like turmoil, what is the word turmoil? If you had like horrible relationships in the past and you're just, I don't want to put myself out there. I don't want to do this. I'm just like, no, I'm done with relationships. I'm done with guys. I'm done with girls, whatever the case. Like, be confident that you're not going to always run into the bad guy or the guy that you don't need to be. Of course, you need to trust yourself when you see those red flags. This hair is red, so red flag. Make sure you trust yourself. Make sure you trust yourself when you see red flags in the beginning, whether that's in your career, in your love life, in your personal life. If you see red flags about anything, make sure you spot them and immediately get rid of them ASAP so that it don't cause you any more pain or anything like that. But just know that the universe is going to be sending you some messages. They're going to be sending you some synchronicities. When it comes to your situation. So pay attention. Maybe you're going to be seeing the angel number 555 a lot. because we do have the 5 here. We also have the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups. This is all queen energy. Like, just, when you think about a queen, you think about someone who is confident in themselves. You think about someone who, kind of put others before themselves at times, but also just someone who knows how to balance, being a leader, also being for themselves as well. But that is what I have for your reading. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and leave a sun emoji down in the comments to let me know that you watched pile number 2. Also, I am going to be leaving my Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo down in the description box so you can support me in the channel if you'd like to. I would appreciate it, but it's not necessary if you don't want to. Always remember, you are in control of your reality. Your life is your story. You have the option to choose whichever path and which direction you go down. But that is what I have for today's video, and I will catch you in another reading. Thanks so much for watching. Hello, pal number 3, our viewers who chose the rainbow emoji. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to this portion of your reading. I hope you're having an amazing day. Again, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you are finding this video, there's definitely some messages here for you. So for the tarot cards today, we're going to be using the Vanessa Samina Pastel Journey Tarot deck. This is one of my favorites. I tend to reach for this more than any other tarot deck that I have. I have 3, and I tend to reach for this one. But yeah, so the way this reading is going to work, I am going to be pulling 3 cards for your advice from the universe. The first card is going to be what you need to know. The second card is a new perspective. And the third card is action that you need to take regarding this situation. So whatever situation you have in mind, this can apply to your situation. It can apply to multiple situations you're going through. Remember that this is a collective reading meant for multiple viewers. So do not force any messages that do not apply to you or your story. So let's go ahead and jump straight into this reading for you. So let's see, what does pile number 3 need to know right now in this moment? Some messages and guidance from the universe. What does pile number 3 need to know right now at this moment? What does pile 3 need to know? And if I'm not mistaken, you are the pal that got 2 quote cards at the end of your reading. So I am going to be pulling one card from the Keyerakaye Oracle deck, but your group got 2. I couldn't get that out for some reason. It's like too many 2s. What is some advice, some messages for pal number 3? Viewers who chose pal number 3. Some messages, some advice, some clarity, some answers, some guidance for pal number 3. These cards are not in alignment with what you have to say, what you need to hear right now, clearly. Oh, there we go. All right, so we have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands. Okay, so with the Ace of Wands coming out for your first card on what you need to know, okay, so this is coming to me just now because I just remember what I talked about in group number 2, and I also was just saying a lot of 2. So if you were called to pile number 2, please check that portion out as well. There may be some messages in there for you as well. But with the Ace of Wands coming out for your first card, and what you need to know is that it's time to take action. If you've been like in the planning process for a long time, it's time to stop. I wouldn't say stop planning, because you got to be careful with the choice of words that you use, especially when, everyone's not going to understand, people misinterpret what you say. I wouldn't say stop planning, but it's time for you to get out of the planning process. Like, I'm going to use this for an example. Let's say you want to just start a YouTube channel and you've been in a planning process for months to a year. It's time for you to just do it. Like, you just have to do it, because you'll continue to be in the planning process if you don't want to get into action. Like, you have to get into action, especially if you are passionate about something. You have to step into action. I know for me, I stay in the planning process a long time, especially when it comes to my YouTube channel. So that's why I use that as an example, because I do have 2 YouTube channels. And when it comes to planning out my content, that can be the phase that you stay in the longest if you allow yourself to. But sometimes you have to realize, I can't plan too far in advance. So I might as well just do right now and say right now what's on my mind, and, express myself, be creative, and just do things that are in the here and now. So, like I said, the message for what you need to know right now is it's time to get out of that cocoon. The cocoon. What is that? Is that what it is? To get out of your shell, get out of your bubble, and, get out of the womb is what I can say too, I guess, because children, are, born. That doesn't even make sense. I don't know why I'm saying that. But um But it's just time for you to take action, okay? It's time for you to take action for whatever situation. This could be love, this could be career. Yeah, this is for multiple people. So whatever your situation is, whether that is starting a new job or, starting a new love interest or whatever the case, it's just time for you to, sorry for rocking the camera, it's just time for you to take action. And the new perspective that you need to take on this situation, let's see, universe, what is the new perspective? We have the 10 of Pentacles. I feel like this is, this is like getting your happy ending, I feel like. The new perspective that you need to take is that all is well. And once you get started on like this action and on these plans that you've been planning for quite some time, like you're going to be so abundantly blessed it doesn't even make sense. Like you literally have the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of coins, whatever you want to call it. And I feel like you're going to be abundantly blessed in every area that you decide to put that action towards, whether that's in your love life, in your career, in your personal life, like whatever you are starting to put action towards, you're going to be abundantly blessed because you deserve it. And I also could see like this may be for some people but not all, but I see people, I feel like some of you are going to be starting like a relationship with someone that you've been like maybe talking to for a long time, dating for quite some time, and you're finally making it official. Kind of like, I wouldn't say like kids are involved, but like you see the two dogs, maybe you're like merging families with them or something, or like, spending time with their family, or just like, making it official. So once you make it official with someone, you pretty much tap into their family side, and if it's healthy in any way, like some stuff is like super toxic and you don't want to be around people's family, but yeah, I feel like this is going to be, you're going to receive blessings from the universe and the earthly realms. Like I'm talking about financial abundance, financial blessings, like whatever decision you decide to make, especially if it's for your career, you're definitely going to, reap the rewards and the benefits from the universe. And the action that you need to take today, oh, the card just flew out. The action that you need to take is to release your scarcity mindset. So we got the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is all about loss, and like the loss of a job, the loss of, I feel like sometimes even status, like when it comes to today's time, because we're all on social media here, even me, even you watching this reading, you're on social media, and sometimes you can lose status faster than you can even lose a job, like when it comes to being on social media. So when it comes to the Five of Pentacles, I feel like what you need to do and the action that you need to take, the message from the universe that's coming through is going to be to release all of that, trauma when it comes around your finances and things like that. And that's probably what's stopping you from making that action. Taking that action that you need in order to be blessed abundantly, because you're afraid to fail again or something. Maybe you just lost a job and you're scared to apply to new ones because you don't want to deal with the same toxic work environments. Maybe you're going to be merging. Like when I say merging families, maybe it's like merging, with a new company or something, like if you're working for someone else or, things like that. So what I can say for that is to just make sure you try not to think so negatively when it comes to what you've lost, and try to focus on what you have and what you can build and learn from that. So we do have two cards, like I said, that came out from the I Am Kier Oracle deck. Um, we have the card Spend Time Alone, and I feel like that's going to help you when it comes to grounding yourself, when it comes to releasing all of that baggage and all of that old energy, when it comes to your mindset. Maybe it's not a time for you to be around people while you're trying to get yourself together, because sometimes you have to take a break from being with people in order to get yourself together physically, emotionally, financially, whatever the case. Sometimes you have to spend time by yourself. And I'm thinking like maybe even spend time just like grounding yourself, meditating, writing down your manifestations so that they can come true and things like that. You know, when I say planning, I'm not saying stay in the planning phase for so long, but it is time for you to get a game plan, like a goal. I'm not saying write down what your channel could be and how it could. Why did I say channel? I don't know, but not saying write down what the goal could be. You need to write the goal and figure out how you can achieve that goal. Like instead of just making a list of things that could possibly be, you need to actually make a goal and make a game plan for yourself. And we also have the um quote card, which I think I remember before I even read it, and I think this is going to go perfect with your reading before I even read it. Okay. Appreciate the present moment. Don't live every second stuck in past thoughts, feelings, and mistakes. You can't change your past and you can't predict your future, but you can change what you do here and now. And the affirmation that you need to take with you from this reading is going to be, I am free from my past self and I walk in alignment with my highest self. I am free from my past self and I walk in alignment with my highest self. And that is such a beautiful message to end off your reading today because, like I said, like you need to release all that baggage when it comes to your finances and, things that may have been traumatized or, not traumatized, but things, what do they call it? Like generational traumas or whatever the case when you're like have a scarcity mindset around money because that's what you watched growing up. Like, all things like that. Like, just release all that, but all that baggage. Like I said, the affirmation for you is, I am free from my past self and I walk in alignment with my highest self. But that is what I have for your reading today. I hope you did enjoy it. Make sure you comment that rainbow emoji down below to let me know that you watched group number 3, pal number 3. And also give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. I'm also going to leave my PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo link down below in the description box if you want to support me in the channel. That will be greatly appreciated to help me get more decks and up my deck collection here on the channel, and also to help with cleansing tools as well. But that is what I have for today. Always remember, you are in control of your reality. Your life is your story and no one else's. You have options to choose which path and which direction you go down. But that is what I have for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in another reading. Thanks so much for watching. Hello, pal number 4. Welcome to your reading today. I hope you're doing well. And you may have been called to the tree emoji. So this is all about, I feel like, grounding. Before we even get into your reading, that's just the vibe I'm getting. Okay, earth signs, grounding, things like that. But I hope y'all are doing well. So for the tarot deck today, we are using the Pastel Journey by Vanessa Samina. Love, love, love this deck. So the way this reading is going to work, I am going to pull 3 cards. The first card is going to represent what you need to know. The second card is going to be a new perspective. And the third card is going to be action to take towards the situation that you were asking about. So yeah, let's go ahead and get straight into your video and your reading. I said your video. Let's get straight into your reading. Okay, so what do pile number 4, viewers who chose pile number 4, what do they need to know right now in this moment? Alrighty, so we have the Hermit. Okay, so that kind of, when you think about going into Hermit mode, I feel like that's also about like grounding yourself, centering yourself, things like that. So I'm glad I chose that tree because I did choose it before the cards. So we have the Hermit, and I feel like what you need to know right now is maybe it's time for you to take a break from being around a bunch of people. And the reason I'm saying this is because sometimes you can be around a bunch of people and you don't even realize how their energy is affecting you in your mood. You think you're just having a shitty day, but in reality, it's you picking up on different energies, you picking up on everything else that everyone else has going on, and you're not really, tapped in with yourself. So what you need to know from the universe right now, I feel like, is to, tap in with yourself, go into hermit mode, maybe disconnect from social media for a while, stop scrolling so much on TikTok, Instagram, just stop scrolling so much on social media. Just take a break from, not even just like the outside world, in the physical, like social media and the digital as well. Because sometimes you may think like, oh, I'm taking a break from all these people and their energy. In reality, you're still connected to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, like your Twitter, you're still connected to all of it. And you're not really giving yourself the break that you really truly need. So the message that I have for you is just to take a break. And what is a new perspective that pal number 4 needs to take regarding this situation? So, and also, I also want to clarify that this can be regarding any situation that you are dealing with. Just because I didn't mention your situation, it could still be regarding the situation that you are experiencing. When you think about like taking a break, it could be a break from dating people or something. It could be a break from eating certain things, or it could be a break from partying. It could be a break from being around people. It could be just, I feel like when it comes to the hermit, it's all about cutting back, like. And it really just depends on your situation. So what you're going through, what you put yourself around, and what this message will mean for you when you hear it, because everyone is going to be different. Again, this is a collective reading, so it could be everyone's story is different. So let that message apply where it applies in your life, and if it doesn't, just leave it where it's at. What is the new perspective that pal number 4 needs to take right now regarding this situation? What can help pal number 4 in this situation? Ooh. So if I'm not mistaken, like when I think about the Princess of Pentacles, I literally read from the book from Vanessa Samina's book, and if I'm not mistaken, the Princess of Pentacles in her book is about going on a vacation. And if that is the case for you guys, I feel like for the people who I said need to be by themselves, maybe this is a time for you to go on the new perspective that you need to take is maybe considering going on like a vacation for yourself, or like, just spending time by yourself, like a staycation. Isn't that the one? Like a staycation is where you go and you're only there for a couple days, not necessarily like a week or something like that. Um, but definitely consider, taking some time to yourself. Maybe even if it's just going to the park to spend time for yourself. When you think about the pentacles, you think about the earthly realms, you think about everything in the physical. And again, like I said, I chose that tree emoji. So like maybe you guys need to ground yourself, get centered, get out into nature a little bit more. Go on like a mini vacation for yourself, even if that's just going to the park on the next sunny, nice day that you have after watching this reading. Because again, this is a times reading, so there's no telling if you're watching this in dead smack of the winter or in early spring or summer. So whenever you have a sunny day that you can go out and sit at the park and just, vibe and be by yourself, if your time and your schedule allows it, take that time for yourself. And just be open to, to be open to having plans but not having anything to do. I like that's how I'm like how it's coming to me, how I'm like picturing it is like you don't have anything to do, but you go to the park with nothing to do and you sit there. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause sometimes like when I think about like I don't have anything to do, I'm just sitting in the house. Like, girl, you can go just sit outside and just absorb that sunlight, So I hope that makes sense. But just make sure just spend some time. I feel like you guys need to spend time outside. And what action do child number 4 need to take? What action does pal number 4 need to take right now in this moment of them watching this video? So we had 2 cards come out. So this may be 2 stories for 2 different people. We have the Ace of Pentacles, and we also have the 3 of Cups for the action that you need to take. And like, I feel like, I know this card is upright, so typically the 3 of Cups is all about celebration. And then the Pentacles, you're like being presented with the opportunity in the physical world. You're celebrating something. You're celebrating successes. Even with the Princess of Pentacles, I feel like you're celebrating something. But I also feel like instead of, you celebrating, because the Hermit card is from the Major Arcana, which it kind of trumps over all the other cards in the deck. And I feel like going with the Hermit card, I feel like you need to celebrate yourself, but you don't necessarily need other people to celebrate with you, is what I'm getting from this reading for you, is that you are going to be abundantly blessed. And that's the message that the universe wants you to know. Like, you're going to be blessed no matter if you're around people or not. But also, you need to learn to, celebrate yourself. Like, you can be the people that cheer you on, is what I'm getting from your reading. And we also have a quote card from the I Am Here Oracle deck. And we have, it is safe to be your true, authentic self. It is safe to be your true, authentic self. So I feel like that message right there, I feel, is maybe when you're around a bunch of people, you are not being who you truly are. So it's hard for, it's hard. I feel like, why do I always stutter over my words? I feel like, like the saying, like with the universe, like if you're not in alignment with what you want to receive, you won't receive it. If you're not in alignment with yourself, like if you're not being yourself when you are with other people and when you are alone, how can the universe know what energy to match for you? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you are hanging around a bunch of people, different messages for different people, if you are going to be around a bunch of people celebrating your successes, be yourself. Do not try to be something that you're not to try to fit in with a clique of people. Like, be who you are and be who you are proud. Like, you don't have to be, you know, you don't have to be like them or, other people just in order for you to be blessed. Like, maybe you're seeing like a lot of people be blessed from doing this one thing, and excuse me, so you decide to do that thing and it doesn't work out for you. You don't have to be like them. You have your own path in your own life story. Okay. But that is what I have for your reading. I hope you did enjoy it. Don't forget to comment that tree emoji in the comments. Let me know that you watched this video and this is the path that you chose. I will also be leaving my PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo down in the description box. It is not necessary, but I do appreciate anything that you leave. It will help me on the channel to develop my debt collection and also with spiritual cleansing tools and things like that, so that I can keep coming to you guys and providing you with readings and guidance. But that is what I have for today's video. Always remember, you are in control of your reality. Your life is your story and no one else's. You have options to choose whichever path and which direction you go down. But that is what I have for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in another reading. Thanks so much for watching. Hello, viewers who chose the feather emoji, pile number 5. Welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing well. So we're going to jump straight into your reading. So the tarot deck that we're going to be using today is the Vanessa Samina. I love this tarot deck because it's like literally one of my favorites. um, but the way this reading is going to work today is I'm going to pull 3 cards from the tarot deck. The first card is going to be what you need to know. The second card is going to be a new perspective. And the third card is the action that you need to take regarding the situation that you were asking about. Remember that this is a collective reading, so all messages may or may not apply to you or your story. If it doesn't apply, just leave it where it's at. But yes, let's go ahead and get into your reading. So what is something that pile number 1 needs to know right now in this moment? Some guidance from the universe. What is some messages that viewers who chose, I don't say pile number 1, viewers who chose pile number 5. Okay, so we have a card here. So we have the 2 of Wands. And the 2 of Wands, I feel like, is the twos in itself is all about balance and decision making. And as you can see, she literally has the world in her hands. And I feel like what you need to know right now is you're about to have some options, some choices to make. You're going to have some options. You're going to have some things that you need to consider, reconsider, just some options and some choices that are going to be coming your way very, very soon. Okay. And that is the message on what you need to know from the universe. You may already know what this is at the time of watching this video. So hopefully this reading can give you some more guidance and clarity on the decision that you should or could make. But you're definitely going to be making a decision that can possibly change your world, change your life. You know what I mean? So what is a new, oh, geez, Louise. The comeback out is mint, okay? What is a new perspective that viewers who chose a pile number 5 need to make regarding this decision that they will have to make? Ooh. All right, so this new perspective that I feel like you're going to have to take on the situation is I feel like this is a tough decision for you. Like, this is going to hurt whether you make choice A or choice B. Like, maybe you feel like it's going to be a loss no matter which choice you make. And I feel like there's really no like type of way to explain like how you're going to choose right whichever choice you choose. But there still could be some heartache when it comes to the decision that you're going to have to make. So it doesn't matter if you choose A or B, if you choose to leave your hometown or stay there. It's going to be a painful decision. Either you're going to leave and start something new and have to start from scratch, or you're going to stay and you're going to have to deal with the baggage and everything that it comes with staying. Because if you wanted to stay, then you wouldn't be considered leaving. So either way it go, and I don't know if this is just for moving. When I think about the 2 of Wands, I also think about people like leaving where they're from, like leaving the area of the earth that they're at, like a location. And maybe this is going to cause heartache, maybe even in your relationship or something. So the new perspective that you need to take on this situation is that you will never choose wrong. You will always choose what is meant for you and what is in alignment with you. And that is the perspective that you need to take regarding the situation. So what action does viewers who chose pile number 5 need to take regarding their situation? Like I said before, apply this to your story. If it's not about moving from state to another state, or if it's not about making a choice in love, choosing if you should decide if you want to go with him or her, or they or them, whatever the case, whatever your situation is, just know that you're not going to choose wrong, because you're going to choose with what is in alignment with you at that very moment. So what action does pile number 2, why do I keep saying the wrong pile for y'all? Pile number 5 need to take regarding this situation. And a card fell on the floor. So we do have temperance. We have temperance. And I feel like with temperance being the action that you need to take, I feel like you need to trust divine timing. And I did speak about this in group number one. Was it group number one or two? It might have been. It might have been one. It might have been two. I'm not sure. But I spoke about the temperance and, trusting divine timing and things like that. You see the 14 is breakdowns to a five as well. So you may be like, fives are all about challenge. When you think about fives, you think about challenges, obstacles getting in your way and things like that. So maybe like this choice that you have to make is going to, cause some obstacles to come into your way, or, just cause some, hiccups in the road for you. But I feel like when it comes to balancing, you need to balance your emotions. You need to balance, your logical, your thinking, your thoughts. Like you need to, make decisions based on thought instead of making decisions based on emotions. Because the swords is also all about, mental clarity and things like that. So when it comes to this decision that you're going to be making, just make sure you trust that the universe is going to have your back and that you are guided no matter what decision you make. And like I said, you will never choose the wrong decision because you are going to be in alignment with whatever decision that you choose. And then we do have a quote card from the I Am Kier Oracle deck. And it's so crazy. You guys got the new beginning, fresh start. I feel like some of y'all are going to be moving. Like, I don't know why I'm getting the vibe of like moving somewhere, or like, maybe even getting a new home, getting approved for a home or something like that. Like, it's something like something is like happening new for you. Like, no matter what decision you make, you're going to make the right choice and it's going to be a new, fresh start for you. But you have to trust. Like, the action that you have to take is just trust that you are divinely guided and you will make the right decision for yourself. But that is what I have for this reading for you, pile number 5. I hope you did enjoy it. Don't forget to comment the feather emoji down in the comments to let me know that you chose this portion or pile number 5 for your reading. Also, I will be leaving my Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo down in the description box so that you can support me in the channel if you want. It's not expected, but it's definitely appreciated if you decide to leave anything. Will definitely help me with my debt collection and also with cleansing tools and things like that so that I can continue to provide and bring you guidance and answers in these tarot readings and oracle readings. I hope you did enjoy this video. Always remember, you are in control of your reality. Your life is your story and no one else's. You have options to choose whichever path and which direction you go down. But that is what I have for today. I hope you enjoyed it and I will catch you in another reading. Thanks so much for watching.